and we are back for week 2 of the RO podcast. It's the same people as last time. We've not got any guests. Sorry about that. Guests are losers. Just kidding. How's everyone doing? How you doing, Charlie? How you doing, Roxas?
Doing good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week, but good
Yeah.
news. There's good news to go around. How about you, Roxas?
Yeah, I'm okay. Tired, but yeah, alive.
Nice, nice. Well, that's the important
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
That's the important
Yeah.
one. So,
Mhm.
yeah, no stories from anyone. Any funny happenings this week, or just the usual?
Just
Yeah.
the usual.
Yeah, just the usual.
Yep, fair enough. Well, at
Ever,
least
ever being cringe, you know.
you can't call out our viewers like that, Charlie. We're gonna get cancelled on the second episode.
Damn. Rip.
Well,
Well, Ira always likes leaving fake comments.
let's see. Just defending yourself. All right, I understand. So we got an interesting topic list this week. There's some fun stuff in there. There's some follow-ups to stuff from last week that we're gonna get to. So yeah, we're just gonna go through it and we'll go as we do. So I just wanted to throw this in there just as a little quick one. There's not a whole lot new information to add on it, but just following the whole Source 2 stuff with Counter-Strike from last week. Um, Valve has been constantly trolling the entire community following it. It's supposed to have come out on at least 3 different occasions now, or so they've pretended, and so they've, the communities being as they are, will be staying up until 4 a.m. waiting for the usual release time for nothing. So it's been quite entertaining. They've been making the most out of trolling everybody waiting for Source 2. So that's quite funny.
Yeah, they must have had a lot of fun with that.
That's very funny.
Actually, that makes me remember something I saw this morning. Is supposedly I didn't actually look too much into it because it was a busy morning, but apparently people are finding Left 4 Dead 3 remnants once again in regards to all the Source 2 leaks. This isn't
that's so cool.
particularly anything new, unfortunately. There's been a lot of Left 4 Dead 3 stuff that's been kind
Left 4
of
Dead 3, you
found.
say?
Well, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Apparently that game was
Yeah.
started and cancelled about 3 or 4 times. So
That's sad.
I think I didn't look into it too much. I don't know whether that's just kind of more old stuff or maybe something started again within Valve. But yeah, I'll be keeping a tab on that just in case. Next thing you know, I'm talking about Left 4 Dead 3 in a week or so. So we'll have to
That
see
ends
how
up
that
happening.
one goes.
I'll be excited for that.
Rest in peace, Back for Blood.
That does
Yeah.
nothing to do with Left 4 Dead 3 coming out. That game killed itself.
I know, but
Yeah.
even worse.
That game
after that.
made career suicide on itself, you know?
We
Yeah,
have the Valve. We have the devs from Left 4 Dead, but none of the Valve ones.
Yeah, we've got 5 devs out of the, I don't know, maybe 60 Valve employees that worked on this game. So basically we're the creators for Left 4 Dead, just so you know. Just in case you guys are wondering.
Yeah. Like there's a comparison video that shows that
Yes,
in
it's by
Yes.
that's by a man named Probecat, who's very well known for doing this. And yeah, it is
shocking.
it is a quite tragic. If you haven't seen that video, you should definitely go do it. I believe it's called Back for Blood Black. I believe it's called Back for Blood proves that Valve carried Left 4 Dead 2. I think is the video title. Why I remember that, I don't
sense.
know. But there you go. If you
Like,
want to
good
go
memory.
watch it.
Good memory.
Okay, but that was just a little update on that. I thought it was funny. Now, our first big topic for the day is one that I'm personally very invested in. I think you guys will be quite invested into it as well. So, obviously, we know there's the Silent Hill 2 remake that's coming out. The Silent Hill 2 remake is being covered by Bloober team. They're responsible for games like The Medium, if you guys remember that one coming out not too long ago.
Don't think I played it.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
it was a survival horror game. It was mixed in reviews. I know they got Akira Yamaoka to do the score for it. But basically, the big news that's come out this week is not new game information, but Bloober devs are saying that they want to position themselves as a very big industry company, basically, with the release of Silent Hill 2 Remake. So,
Oh, I see.
what's nice about that is that means that they're confident that the remake is going well, which is good for us because that means
Yes.
hopefully it comes out and it's actually good.
Yes, I'm sure it will
Yeah.
be. Let's hope so. I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be the same. I don't know if it'll be the same camera angles. James
No, it
James
definitely isn't.
Sunday Fundy.
No, I don't think we're gonna get to do the funny camera pace back and forth anymore. I'm afraid, but you
Yeah.
know, we'll
No, that's gonna be
we'll
sad.
find a suitable replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game will still be fun. I'm sure. Have all the creepy feeling cool bits and
Hmm.
I don't need you anymore.
It's gonna,
Yeah, well-
it's certainly gonna be interesting. Good, Roxas, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No, I'm pretty sure it'll be probably as good as Resident Evil 2 remake. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
style they're
so.
going for.
I would hope so. Yeah. I hope they
Yeah.
don't.
I think
I
so
hope they
too.
don't try and go as serious as the Resident Evil 2 remake because even though some of the topics in Silent Hill 2 are blatantly very serious, the execution is so all over the place, and that's kind of a part of the original Silent Hill 2 is the what the fuck part of it, if you know what I mean. So,
Yes, yeah.
whilst I do hope that they do keep the serious topics, serious, I also hope that they're still. I hope that they're self-aware enough to still keep things bizarre, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that confusion. Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean,
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
once again, I don't think this will be something that'll be coming back, but the number of people that say that Silent Hill 2's voice acting is bad is so funny because it proves that the original intention of making it as bizarre as possible worked. Because a lot of people that don't know, they just look at it and go, "Oh my god, this is awful." But it's almost, that's the point, in essence. Like, that was completely the intention. So
and I didn't realize.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be getting anything to that level. But
And eat pizza.
I hope they keep lines like that in. Like, they must do, right? Like,
I hope so.
they have to keep the pizza line because it's iconic. I mean, and I hope, maybe I shouldn't spoil anything. Bloober team, they did slip me some money and they say, hey, can we borrow Mira for the dog ending? And I was like, yeah, sure, don't worry about it. So, yeah. Be ready for live action dog ending. That's a spoiler for everyone. Just Mira obviously featured in that.
Oh,
so.
Base, you managed to get
Base?
Mira used as
Of course, yeah, obviously.
green screen for the ending. Yeah, she
of course.
pulled the lever.
Impressive connections.
I know. I've got now that entire setting just built in the corner of my house. It's kind of weird, but
Leave us alone.
So.
Leave us both the hell alone.
But I mean, I think
Good
this
old
is
pyramid shed.
I think this is good because if Bloober Team does well with Silent Hill 2 remake, I know their relations with Konami are particularly strong at the moment, and I know me especially and most people hear Konami and they go, ugh! But if they have a developer that's actually competent that they can give a Silent Hill 2, you never know. We could get a Silent Hill 1 remake as well. We could get a Silent Hill 3 remake as well. We could get a Silent Hill 4 remake, and then it won't make me want to blow my brains out when I play it.
That'd be good.
Yeah, true. Silent Hill 4 was a bit rough.
I've yet to play it.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it is certainly a good one. Not really. Just kidding.
1, 2,
Okay.
1, 2, and 3 is super good.
Well, yeah, 1, 2, and 3 are S tier. But unfortunately, the problem that I had, anyone that knows me, or was there for the streams, the problem that I had with Silent Hill 4 is the level design got so bad so quickly. Like, it wasn't fun going through some of those levels. Like, the water prison was the point where that kind of really set in, and I was just thinking to myself, okay, I really don't want to play this anymore. So, who knows? I wouldn't be against Bloober Team doing more remakes if Silent Hill 2 comes out and is good.
Yeah. Remember the whole go from the apartment back into the apartment, out the apartment, in the apartment.
I mean,
like the whole...
yeah, I get it. That's like, that's the core gimmick of the game. But like, even it's just that the level design, man, it just drags so bad.
I can imagine.
Well, speaking of good modern survival horror, the Resident Evil 4 demo dropped, and
pretty good.
It was fucking incredible, frankly.
No, I loved it.
Very happy with it.
You played it, Roxas, yeah?
Yes, I played it. Yeah, I liked that it was more like back to the spooky
I know,
origins
I know.
and like low in ammo. I mean, a proper survival horror
Survival
game
horror
like it should
game.
be.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
whereas
I love
the
that. Yeah.
original RE4 was more of an action game.
Yeah, people that know me,
Mhm.
you want the podcast. I'm sure will learn about this as we talk about games over the next however long. We'll very quickly learn that Resident Evil 4 is not a game I enjoy. Um, being a very big survival horror and Resident Evil fan, to have everyone come out and say, "Oh, Resident Evil 4 is the best game ever made. It's the best Resident Evil game," when it's hardly even a Resident Evil game in the first place. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then RE4 Remake comes along and it's like, hey, look, here's your survival horror back, but it's also still RE4. Now that shit I'm down for.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
something I'm here for.
Headshot and roundhouse kick. Let's
I mean,
go.
yeah, no, because I did enjoy Resident Evil 4, but as you said, it wasn't a survival horror game.
No,
It's
I
a
know.
completely different genre.
And look, like, obviously people say Resident Evil 4 is good. I think Resident Evil 5 is good only if you play it cooperatively. But then we also know Resident Evil 6 was complete and utter dog shit. But the fact of the matter is from Resident Evil 4, it was like a decade of just shitty action games and not survival horror.
Very true.
And then we
Yeah.
finally get back to Resident Evil 7, and that was like what, 2016 or 2017?
Yeah,
And then we're
around that.
straight back to this. It's so funny. The series goes back to survival horror, and now the series is doing the best it ever has. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the? No
Who would have
way.
guessed that the survival horror series, people like the survival horror in it? No way.
How about that?
I know, right?
Because 7
Yeah.
and 8 were really good.
They were.
Hmm.
And
They
I
were.
mean the thing, like, again, you play that demo and you see them actually attempting to make horror atmosphere again, and it's like, holy shit, they're actually doing this correctly now. And so I've got high hopes. I'd like to think that's not just for the start of the game and for the sake of luring people in. I feel like they're probably, with all of the remakes that they've handled in-house, because RE3 Remake was not in-house, they've done really good at keeping that. So I think it is promising for the rest of the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially, like, I remember when Ara did their stream playthrough, and it was literally mostly just roundhouse kicking a bunch of enemies and then shooting them.
Mm.
And I was just
And I
like,
mean, the thing is, the thing that's good is for the people that like that, which, I mean, even as someone who doesn't like RE4, I can still say that was obviously fun. Like, duh, of course it was.
yeah,
So the fact that they've kept that still is good. Because
yeah,
at its core, that was one of the best parts of Resident Evil 4. It was Leon's one-liners and
oh yes,
all
Leon's
of
one-liners
the,
were
the,
amazing.
the crazy bullshit in combat. So the fact that all of that is intact, it's getting remade, and actually keeping survival horror makes me think I might finally understand what it means to like RE4, which is crazy to say out loud.
Do you think QuickTime events will still be a thing?
Oh fucking hell, I hope not. God, QuickTime events are
That's
such
very true.
QuickTime events are such a fucking thing of the past. We really
Yes.
don't need those coming back.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Like,
yeah,
That
I mean,
was
well,
yeah.
like, yeah,
2000s.
The Yakuza
whatever.
it
games.
really was.
The Yakuza games still have QuickTime events.
They
Yeah,
do, but they're kind
those
of
ones-
you can usually see them coming. Whereas Resident Evil 4 would be like, oh, Leon's running away from a ball. Oh shit, press these two complete random keys like V and fucking semicolon to not
then you die.
explode, and then you just
Yeah,
die, and you're like,
That's fair.
what?
Yep. Whereas
What
because
does
in
that mean?
Yakuza, Yakuza it's a case of Kuze is about to do a punch, left click. Oh, you missed it. You just take a bit of damage. Oh, you hit it. All right, you counter punch them.
Well, unless your name is
Sorry for you.
unless your name is Ryuji Goda, in which if you miss that QuickTime event, you just lose.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
true.
insane.
Ryuji's. But yeah, like for the most part, they're not lethal. Whereas in RE4, a lot of them are quick press button. Oh, you die.
Yeah.
Leon got crushed.
Over.
Quite
Yeah.
literally.
No, that
and
makes sense.
And it is very fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't think you saw this, Roxas. You weren't there for my streams.
Yeah. Oh,
Did
yeah.
have you heard about all the secret stuff that you can go for in the demo? Like the secrets that they added?
Really? Are they secrets? No,
There
I
are.
didn't know at all.
They put some like really old school game facts type myth shit in the demo. It's really crazy. I
Right.
remember, I
Seriously?
remember, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
waking up one day and I saw this thread, and someone was saying in the thread, okay, guys, if when you're Leon and you get your weapons, if you discard all of the weapons and then sprint to the village, there will be a random tunnel that is now open, and you can get a secret weapon. And I remember reading that, and I'm like, that's the most like 2000s bullshit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's so blatantly
It's-
fake. And then there's
Yeah.
videos popping up of people doing it, and I'm like,
And it turns out to be
Huh?
real.
What?
Yeah, I know,
Is
right?
that a
I was
thing?
also,
so
I was
yeah,
also
so
like, okay, this is like a fake internet, but no, it's real.
so basically to explain, Roxas, so
Mhm.
did you play the demo more than once, or did you just play it once?
I just played it once.
Okay, so you
And
know
then-
when Leon walks in the house and then he meets the guy and he's like, hey, and he tries speaking to him in Spanish, and then he gets axed.
Kills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that at that point in the game, it gives you your knife, the handgun, a spray, and something else, I think. If
Mhm.
you discard everything there, so your inventory is empty, when you get to the
Right.
village, you know, the village where there's everybody everywhere and you have to fight them all off.
Yes, and
There are-
chainsaw guy.
Yeah, there are two wells that are then magically opened, and you can go
Wow.
down the well, and there's a chest, and if you open the chest, it's the TMP from RE4, but it's fully upgraded and there's ammo everywhere. So you
Oh my
can
God,
just
that's
so you can just go running around just obliterating everyone with the TMP.
Oh,
That
that's so
seems
cool.
worth-
I've,
that actually
I've got to
seems
try
worth-
that.
You
Yeah,
definitely have to
definitely.
try it.
Sounds-
It was very, very fun.
It seems worth a
Oh.
try. It sounds very, very
In fact,
fun.
I killed the chainsaw guy in my run.
Yeah, let's say
I actually,
Wow.
I killed the chainsaw guy, and I got a,
Yeah,
a
that's
big ass
incredible.
reward for it. I was like, oh
Yo,
shit,
you
okay.
killed- You killed Chainsaw Man. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah,
didn't- I
definitely will
didn't-
try that.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that. Maybe after, if you're still awake, because it only takes about 5-10
Yeah.
minutes. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, definitely.
and I mean, you know, did you see the prompt about that like extra hard mode that they put in the demo?
No, did they do this recently? Or...
No, it was there since
Yeah.
launch. So it was crazy
Oh.
because when I did my first playthrough, when you beat it, the game is like, hey,
Mhm.
here's this really crazy, brutal difficulty mode. Do you want to try it? And then you try it, and then I get one shot by the first enemy. I'm like, okay. And then it
Oh,
kicks you out of the
yeah.
difficulty, and you can't play it again. And I was like,
Wait, what?
what?
Wait, what?
And-
You can't play.
Ah.
And only recently, somebody found that there's a if you do like a, it's not the Konami code because obviously it's Capcom. Everyone's joking that it's the Capcom code, but it was very
Right,
recently
okay.
found that if you input a certain button combination and then start the game, you will start in the secret difficulty mode. So
That's really
Oh,
funny.
I don't
That's
know.
so cool.
They're doing so many old-fashioned like gaming era things that it's just very much appreciated. I hope there's
It is
fun
very
quests
nice.
like that in the
I'm
official game.
very happy that they've
Same.
done that. Wait, so,
Insane.
so if you lose on the hardest difficulty, it boots you
It
out
just
and
kicks
can't
you
play
out.
again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure before you accept it, it literally says, "Here, try this difficulty mode. If you die, piss off." And I was like,
Does it let you
Oh.
restart if you reload the game or no?
"You can I have no idea. I don't know. They just kicked me out of it. But
At least
you
if
can
you
do
put the
runs of it.
code.
Mm.
Yeah. But at least if you put the code and lets you do it again, then
Yeah.
you win.
But
All over the
it's
top.
just I just
Hey,
find it so
That's so
interesting.
damn cool.
I know, right? That They
Yeah,
put
true.
these kind of like old internet secrets in. It completely had me like, there's no way this is real. I was so certain that it was like the most fake thing I'd ever heard. And then,
Yeah.
no, there you go. Now I got a TMP and I'm just owning everyone.
Killing everyone with the TMP, yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually brilliant.
I know, right?
I can't
really
wait.
rare. Yeah.
Can't wait for there to be a giant HD fish that Arrow keeps in their inventory the whole game.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Um,
Ira did that for one of their playthroughs.
did you guys catch the costumes that were revealed for the RE4 remake?
Yes, yes, those were
no.
really funny.
Oh my god, they're
No,
so
I didn't.
really. So I think the digital, like they revealed some digital deluxe costumes or something very recently. Like they were in the original announcement, but they released like the full renders of them fairly recently, and they're just so like, why? I'll be sure to put them on screen when we're talking about this so everyone can see. But just take a look. I'll put it in. I'll put it in general. There's like they call it casual outfits, which just looks like emo, and then you've got like not classic as in the classic costumes, but classical costumes as well.
That's insane.
I can't
They
even
should have like a
imagine.
devil. Yeah, they should have a Devil May Cry skins as well.
I know.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Some white
Oh my
grey
god.
hair. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a missed opportunity.
I'd love
That's
a
actually genius. No,
I'd
because
love a Dante Leon skin or like
yeah,
Virgil.
but Charlie, you know that's because
Yeah.
RE4 was originally Devil May Cry, right?
Mhm.
So okay, so here's a fun. This is a real story for you. You can look it up and it's true. Basically, when Resident Evil 4 was first being developed, the action was even worse than it is now. Like it was way over the top. And so basically, at some point,
I
somebody in
see.
Capcom was like, "This is too much." So they decided to take what they had and turn it into a different game, and that game became Devil May Cry.
Oh my
The
god,
first
that's
one
awesome. So what was
Yep.
originally RE4 was going
became
on
DMC.
crazy Leon Kennedy hack and
Yeah,
slash murder game.
yeah,
That's why
Instead
they
of a
look the
survival.
same.
So
Very
instead of
similar.
it being a survival horror, it was a hack and slash, and they're like,
yes.
okay, wait, this is over the top. Let's
Just make
make
a
this a
different
different game.
series. Yeah.
This person
Yeah.
can be Dante.
God, that's such a
Ace?
good idea. Holy shit, they should have made a Dante skin for Leon because it just makes
Yeah.
sense. Oh, that's such a
Yeah.
missed opportunity. That's sad.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, you probably already realized this, but the really cool Dante, not the shitty reboot Dante.
Yeah, the original classical
What are you
version.
talking about? The bro DMC, the reboot is the best game ever made. What do you mean?
Yeah. You should go play it. I'll play DMC5. You can play the
Oh, of
reboot.
course.
But
But
I just have DMC2 to finish, and then I've played all the
I'm
games.
so sorry.
DMC2 is best
Yeah.
game.
I'm
Dante
Yeah.
is
so
good.
sorry, Roxas.
Yeah, I know.
DMC2.
It's hard.
Yes.
Maybe don't play D. Maybe you don't need to finish
Yeah.
DMC2.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Play 2 is best
Bro,
game.
it's best
Yeah, of course.
DMC game. I swear.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
swear.
of course.
Dante shoot. Dante good. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't even a difficulty setting for that game.
No, that
It's
game
like, oh,
was
okay.
that game was a straight hot mess. Just an
Yeah.
actual hot
Yeah.
mess.
Mid. Like,
we don't
DMC
talk about
1,
Yeah.
3, 4, and
Yeah.
5. Oh, I love 1, 3, 4, and 5. 2 I enjoyed, but
Two
Yeah.
is a bro memento, as we call it
Yes.
in the industry.
Yeah.
Brahma.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Big games.
as you're the only actual RE4 fan of the original Roxas, do you have any hopes
Yeah.
for the remake? Anything you like about the originally hope stays, or
Yeah, because sadly I've actually played the game more than once and recently, so I want them to be more in depth about the storyline, and so I don't want them to be a copy paste of just upgraded levels, because that would be boring. Because I've already played RE4 enough times.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, it's expansion of the story and maybe like more areas. That'd be quite cool.
yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
yeah, I mean I don't like what they've done to Ashley because I kind of liked how she looked originally, but that's
Mm.
also fine. But yeah, I mean, as long as they expand on the story and it's even better than it was before.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell.
yeah,
I hope I can
Yeah.
still put
Yeah, no.
Ashley inside bins and then just walk off.
yes, yeah.
True.
No,
And then
I remember
just,
Ashley,
just
'cause-
leave.
yeah, because I've also played the VR version of Resident Evil 4 recently on my Quest 2, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's quite annoying.
Hmm.
Like Ashley, like hey, help, but not,
You know what?
Leon, help.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
something
but
I
it was very
appreciate.
good in VR.
Hmm.
Yes,
I
Charlie.
hope in the
Yeah.
remake that we get like different inventory scheme or like control wise you can change it, because I remember Kieran, wasn't the original PC like inventory management buttons really cringe?
Oh no, yeah, the remake is even the demo has fixed that, and it's actually
Mhm.
bearable, and it's normal people keys, and I don't have to remember where
Good.
page down is, just to fucking rotate a first aid spray.
Good.
Yeah.
I
And
That's
also they could probably tone down a bit on the Leon. Help!
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope some of the areas are made less boring as well.
Yes.
That was one of the
Yeah.
problems I don't like with that game, is so the areas just
Mhm.
start to get very mid.
Have a bunch of
Mhm.
people like, oh, and then bang.
True.
Yeah, because Resident Evil 4 has a very bad, policy of them re-releasing the same game
Yeah.
over the years.
Mm. It's like fucking
Yeah,
Street
you
Fighter 2. Capcom's a god at re-releasing the same game. Holy shit.
Yes. I like,
Mhm.
yeah, his Street Fighter 2, his Turbo, his Switch version with Akuma and Evil Ryu and Violent Ken.
Mhm.
Yeah, have some
Do
more.
you know what? Just while we're on that, I want to actually know what the number is. How many re-releases of Street Fighter 2 are there?
We've never got a re-release of Street Fighter 1. Probably because it's
Why
bad,
would you
but
want that?
Yeah.
just for the sake of being able to play all of them, even if it's terrible. Because I played all of them apart from regular one.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. There are 8 different iterations of Street Fighter 2.
I'm not surprised.
Same.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you
Wow.
remember how Street Fighter 3 had like
3 versions.
yeah, Third Strike is
I
the
always
best
forget.
version.
I always forget what the first one was called. I know the second one was
Oh,
Second Impact.
Second Impact
Mm.
and then Third Strike,
I
and then the
don't
first
remember
one
what
was
the
like a
first
new
one was.
generation.
Oh,
I think.
yes, it was. That's right. Yeah, it was
then
Street Fighter 3 New
Alpha-
Generation.
Mhm.
Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3 were good, and then
And then there was
obviously
5.
you
We don't
obviously
have all
you've
5.
yeah 5 is
Sure,
DLC
Dudley never got
simulator.
into.
Yeah.
4 is good because 4 has like a ton of
4 has
characters.
Dudley. That's all I need.
Yes, exactly. Dudley
5.
Gaming, Akuma Gaming, Oni Gaming, Shin Akuma. Fucking 6 is looking to be fucking fantastic.
I know. I can't
love
believe that game is what, a month away already. Is it a month away, or am I thinking of a different game? I might be skitzing. I feel
I
like
think
that
you
game's
might
fresh.
be.
I think you're right.
It's
It
like
might
a
be
month or it's
soon.
no more than 3 months away though, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's right. Can't wait to play as Cammy and a bunch of others as well. Oh,
Yeah,
it's just
everybody. I know that game looks
the
good.
music, the character designs, the gameplay looks fun. Oh, it's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
I hope the
No,
parry.
it's gonna
I
be
hope
fun.
there's parrying.
There is.
That'd be cool.
It's a
Ah,
integrated mechanic. There's
Alright.
like a background bar that you build that has a variety of options, and one of them you can expend a bar for a parry.
That's good. So you can
Do you know what?
follow
I'm
parry.
just gonna inject a little topic, an extra topic, just while we're here, because why not?
Mhm.
I want to get your guys' opinions, because I think this is interesting.
Yes.
What do you
Yeah.
what are each of your top 3 game companies at the moment?
So
Like,
mine would be
yeah.
yeah.
Who would you personally? I mean, you can say it personally, or also who you think just genuinely is like actually being at the top of the industry. Who would you say your guys' 3 top picks are? Because I know for certainty what mine are. They're so easy to pick.
Yeah. Well, my favorite one would be Capcom, and I don't know
Yeah.
about the rest. Maybe like Valve, and then well,
For me, it's very, very easy. I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
I'd be
Yeah.
able to rate them like 1 to 3. I just know they are absolutely by far the top 3. In like the last, I don't know, 5 to 6 years now, it's so blatant that Capcom, From Software,
Mhm.
and Ryuga Gotoku Studios are by far
yeah.
the 3 best devs in the industry at the moment.
yeah, I can agree with that.
All 3 of them are just releasing banger after banger after banger, and regularly.
Mm.
Like, I don't think there's any
Agreed.
other company at the moment that's able to stand up to those 3, because they're just doing insane.
I love
Exactly.
a bit off topic, but I love super canceling. It's very funny. Anyway,
Thank you, Charlie.
Capcom for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you really put it down on paper, right? Capcom's got Resident Evil doing crazy. Street Fighter's
Street
finally
Fighter's
gonna
doing
come
well.
back and do good. You've got Monster Hunter,
Mega Man
which
as
is
well.
doing
Mega
insane.
Man.
Mega Man had a little comeback. It's another one is now overdue. Ace Attorney had
Ace
some
Attorney,
spot
yep.
in the sunlight. So Capcom's
Yeah.
really just kind of going out and fucking firing on all cylinders at the moment, which is nice to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they keep giving us nice collections of older games as well, which is good.
Now all we need
Yeah.
is Dino Crisis, Capcom.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want them
I
to
know.
remake
That?
that.
Did you guys hear that?
Oh yeah.
Don't
Wait,
know
well.
what would you say?
Oh.
What? I don't know the suit. What suit? Dino
No,
Crisis?
no, guys. You don't need Dino Crisis. Here's Exo Primal. Basically, dinosaurs
Yeah.
fall from sky and you shoot them.
Yeah.
Thank
Dino
you,
Crisis.
Capcom.
I
Very
love that.
cool.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Capcom.
Thanks, Capcom.
No.
That's definitely what we want.
I love Dino Crisis.
Oh,
I
well.
think my 3 are definitely EA Blizzard. Yeah.
Riot and Riot. Riot's the
Yeah, right.
True.
Konami. Yeah. Capcom for sure is one of my favorites at the moment.
Hmm.
Can I think of any others? Maybe.
I mean, again, I'm sure we can all agree fucking Ryuga Gotoku Studios doing insane.
You know what? Is Yakuza under Sega?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But again,
I'll say
you don't need to
I'll
credit
say
that to
Sega.
Studio. You can credit that to RGG, like I'm doing. Because it's all
I know,
them.
but
Yeah.
Sega also has Sonic as well. Which has been doing well.
Well.
Look,
I mean,
Frontiers was well received.
well, let's take RGG for an example though. If we're calling it 5 to 6 years, right? If we look
Yeah.
back, I think Yakuza 0 just misses the mark now because I'm pretty sure that it was 2016. But even if we stretch a little bit, you had Yakuza 0, you had Kiwami, Kiwami 2, you had 7. We've had
those are all
Ishin,
banger
Judgment,
games,
Lost
yeah.
Judgment. Like, have they released a single bad game in the last like 5-6 years?
No,
They just haven't.
no.
I don't think so.
And
They've released really,
games
really fucking good
annually
ones.
as well, and they've got 2 more fucking down the pipeline. So
Oh yeah, I'm excited
Yeah,
for
it's
8.
incredible.
8 and Gaiden, don't forget Gaiden.
Yeah.
Gaiden's gonna be great. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, they just keep releasing banger after banger, or they keep localizing banger after banger, and it's amazing.
Yep.
No, yeah.
I was saying to Roxas, funnily enough, earlier this morning, I was messaging him and I was saying, I think Yakuza 3 really needs a Kiwami treatment. I think we need Yakuza 3 Kiwami.
Yeah, I think
it really does.
as well, because when I was going like Yakuza 3, just like the remastered is like it's alright.
It's hard to play.
Yeah, I remember the original being like interesting. I just think a Kiwami 3 would be a nice thing for Yakuza 3. 4 and 5 are alright.
The problem is it's not like I said again. I'm just kind of basically repeating what I said to Roxas earlier. It's not that 3 is a bad game. It's just showing its age and it's dated now. Especially when you have Kiwami 2 and the new Dragon engine and everything. I think there's so many cool things that happen, especially with the plot of 3, that so many people are going to miss. Because the first, like, 4 chapters of that game are just so boring. And the combat system barely gets better. And it's like, I think if that game got Kiwami'd, it would genuinely jump so many spots in regards to the Yakuza games.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I remember people were saying like the PC port of 3 had a lot of like different, like small differences from the original PS3 port, and that was very interesting when I read about some stuff like how like the fighting system is, but.
The fighting system certainly is. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. If it got a Kiwami treatment, I'm sure that I and many others would love 3 a lot more.
I was a Ryuji Goda stan. I think Mine is probably my favorite antagonist now.
Oh, Mine's your favorite.
He's cool.
Like
he is cool.
His actual character and even that final boss is just so fucking cool. But so few people are gonna give a shit, especially if they're new to the series, because 3 is just gonna be such a drag to play.
Yeah.
I just got carried through because firstly I want to finish all the games, and second of all the story was getting interesting enough to the point where I was like, all right, I'll just tolerate the fighting, and I'll get to the end.
I think you're gonna enjoy 6 a lot.
Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to getting to see again. It's like my Roxas's conversation from earlier. It's just coming up now again. But it's like
I'm currently on 5.
Yeah, 5 and 4 are good.
6 is like 3 but better.
Yes.
Because it's like it's even setting and everything is kind of similar. So, well, I'll get there. We'll get there and we'll see.
And the music in the game is really good.
I wouldn't mind a Kiwami 3 in a couple years. Let them keep doing what they're doing, but I think I would not mind that.
I think we need Kiwami 7. Yeah.
Taru, give that game a not shit combat system. What?
What?
You haven't played.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Someone doesn't like turn-based.
I want to play Yakuza, not Persona.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Persona. Yeah, no. Hey, like, I love the turn-based system in 7. It's great. A lot of people will be like, why is it not beat up everyone? Oh.
Oh yeah, people I heard also ended up liking 7, even though they thought they were gonna hate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope.
Honestly, I'm glad.
I hope I'll be in that camp.
Yeah, me too.
Why did I know use bike heat action?
True, literally, where my bike.
Well, at least Gaiden will be the fighting game.
Do you know what? Yeah, true. Do you know what is one thing I will give 3, 4, and I guess probably 5, because they all use a similar engine, credit for? Is hilariously enough, it's such a hyper specific thing, but the bike heat actions specifically in 3 and 4 are so funny because like
Yes.
In the modern Dragon Engine games, like they're so over the top where he like picks the bike up and then the bike smashes on him and then he jumps on it and like steps on it and breaks it to pieces, right? But in
Yeah.
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
you literally just pick up the bike and you just smash him over the head with it and they die. And that's it. The bike's perfectly fine. It's just one very quick just done, you're dead. And I don't know, that
very
makes
funny.
me laugh just cuz it's so like it's so
Um,
abrupt, but it's also accurate. If you if you pick up a bike and you smash it over someone's head, that's probably how it's gonna go. Not like
Yeah,
in
legit.
fucking
Not like in the
Kiwami
Dragon Engine.
2.
I do
Uh,
love the over the topness though.
oh, of
Like
course, no, it is
shoving,
funny. I just
shoving people in an like their head in the store oven
I
and
know,
then getting
absolutely. I don't know.
throwing them
I
into the
found
water. Yeah.
the just the abruptness of it in 3 and 4 was just so funny.
Also, I'm really
Yeah.
glad they
Bike,
added
goodbye.
Goodbye.
karaoke being added was one of my favorite things they've added to the series.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Yep.
Dame,
You like
dame.
that. All right.
Yeah, never done it.
So let's going back
I
to
guess-
the world of horror. Funnily
I
enough.
guess I hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Just trying to think of a third company to say since.
Oh yes, you need
Uh,
a third company, don't you?
Yeah. And for the record, my favorite Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 1 HD Remaster, not 4.
Correct answer.
Yes. that
Correct
one's
Yes.
a good one.
answer. Resident Evil 2
Mhm.
stands. You're not wrong, but go away.
Oh damn!
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Taking a step.
Yeah.
Bro, Resident Evil 1 remake is better than Resident Evil 2 remake by like 0.2 of a point.
And it's also
Yeah.
it's more similar to the original's gameplay, isn't it?
Fixed camera
Yes.
angles, supremacy.
It's camera
fight me.
angles. Yeah.
Is it still tank controls as well?
Yes, of course it is.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
You're a loser if
you
you,
know
play RE1 remake on alternative controls. Oh, huh?
Don't mind him, everyone. We accept all here. Don't
No,
worry.
we don't. Alright,
Yeah.
change your control scheme or I'm coming over there.
Alright, well, I was been pulled out. But yeah,
I was like our fourth
I
host.
think my third company I'll pick is probably Valve. Yeah, you know what, Valve. I think I'll go with. They're pretty good.
Nice.
Faith.
Alright, well,
Alright.
rolling on to something new.
I like Nintendo.
Going back to horror, because we got a lot of horror news. The Texas
Oh.
Chainsaw Massacre game has finally got a release date.
Bubba.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Bubba's coming to kill some people on August 18th, and they're having
Damn.
an online beta test in May of this year. So that's going to be
Oh.
something to look forward to, because I don't know, have you guys seen much on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game? I imagine not.
No.
So
I've
obviously you
not
guys
seen
have
much
seen
on
the
it,
movie,
no.
right? Like Charlie, you know you
Yeah.
were there when we streamed it. Roxas, you've seen it?
Yes.
Were you there? I don't quite remember.
I don't remember either. Maybe I watched half of it.
Sure, sure.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Yeah.
The thing that was super cool about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, and it was the first ever trailer they released, was it almost looks one-to-one to the movie. Like they're putting
Wow.
so much effort into recreating the actual setting and to the spot that the movie takes place in. So that is something that is quite exciting. So I'm hoping that's a good game, because I'm still waiting for something to kill Dead by Daylight. That game can die in a ditch. I want a replacement that's actually fun to play.
You want to replace
Yeah.
DVD?
And every time another game comes out to try, it's mid. Like we get High School Survivor, whatever the fuck it was called. And then you play that
I've
game and
never
you're like,
heard
hey,
of
this
that.
is kind of cool. And then you realize it's not that cool and you stop playing after a couple days. And then Prop Night comes out and you're like, hey, this is pretty cool. And then you play it for a week and then you're like, I'm bored. And then VHS comes out and you're like, hey, this is cool. And it's just the same thing, just keeps happening. Can somebody
Oh,
kill
what's that?
Dead by Daylight already, please?
Wasn't there? You know what?
Mm.
The one I've been consistently into is the Dragon Ball DVD. That one's actually been quite fun.
Are people even still playing that? I don't even think people still play that game.
They are. They've
Dragon
even added.
Ball... Was it called? The
What's
Breakers?
it called?
The
Breakers,
Breakers.
They
Oh,
added
I forgot about that
Vegeta and
game.
Nappa. You
Steam
can play as.
charts.
You can play as Vegeta, Nappa, and a Cyberman.
Charlie, there are currently only
Oh.
300 people playing that game.
300
Oh,
people.
wow.
That's all that is playing
Jeez.
that game.
Recent
So that
reviews
means-
mostly negative. Damn.
So that means if you were
Yeah.
to try and get into a game, it'd probably take a while.
Very long. Yep, correct.
Because there's only 300 people.
So yeah,
Oh,
I really
God.
like how faithful the game is trying to be, and I hope that one would be fun, because more games like DBD need to come out, because the premise is very fun, Just unfortunately, that game has the world's shittest developers behind it. So we need
just
someone
think
that knows what they're doing to come along.
Also, think about how many like licensed crossovers DVD's got on. A lot of people will
Yeah.
play the game just because it has like their favorite horror character,
That
That's true.
that does
Yeah.
remind me actually. I don't know
which
if you
means it'll
guys
be
know,
hard to.
but before Dead by Daylight, there was the Friday the 13th game. Do you guys remember that existing?
Yes, yes,
No,
From
I don't.
Okay, yeah, there was a Friday the 13th game that's the same
I
premise
remember
that
that.
came out before Dead by Daylight. And that game ended up dying because of the copyright issues. From what I know is the people
Oh,
that
no.
played that game did say that it was fun and they actually genuinely liked it. And the thing that's cool is the developers of that game are the people that are making the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. So there is actually a good chance that it's actually good. So
Okay, yeah,
That's
here's
good to know.
hoping.
helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, like, not before DVD had license covers, but do you remember how like I don't know if it was anything to do with the MMR update, but how you could do that funny thing where you fake AFK as Myers and then just insta-kill everyone?
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore because too many people have made videos about it now, so everyone knows what's happening. That's not even got anything to do with the MMR. Everyone just knows what it is now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. People know about it. Because when Fox was trying it on the stream earlier, everyone was just doing the gens and leaving, and then
Yeah.
he just.
Yep, that's a mix of nobody plays fun anymore, but also, unfortunately, everybody knows what's going on. So
Okay, so that's a mixture of them knowing
Rip.
and also no one
fun
plays
allowed.
fun anymore. No
Yep.
fun. I must
Yeah.
win, must win, must win.
Basically.
Yeah.
Speaking
Interesting.
speaking of no fun allowed, we got a little update on the DKOldies saga that I educated you guys on last week.
No.
There's some more
Yeah.
stuff that's happening, which has been highly entertaining. So
Uh-oh.
there have been at least 2 past employees of DKOldies that have now come out and are basically confirming everything everyone is saying.
Oh no.
There's
Oh,
a, there's a
well,
number
nice.
of, there's
Yeah.
a number of them I know. For example, one had a really big interview on YouTube with a content creator, and they were basically saying things like the owner and the one of the higher managers basically is saying to them to not bother actually opening consoles unless you physically can hear that there's something broken in it, because it would take too much time and they need to get through as many as possible. So,
Wow.
so basically, the actual owner and management are the ones greenlighting, saying, "Don't fucking actually refurbish any of this shit. We don't have the time."
Yeah. So
That's very interesting.
Which,
they lied
Damn.
when they're like, we refurbish all our consoles.
yeah, it is a little bit bad. And I mean, like there were things that they were confirming, like the "do not tamper with" stickers that they put over the screws. If you remember me telling you about that, they basically
Yes.
confirmed that that is literally just to scare people away from actually opening and checking the consoles.
What the
Yeah.
hell? That's horrible.
Which is yeah, it's a little bit crazy. I think one of the thing let me try and recall. One of the things that the guy said was that he would actually try and go out of his way to fully refurbish consoles, and he would be taking too long, so he'd get told off for it.
So he gets told off doing
For
what
doing
the company
his
promised to
job.
do.
His job.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, we need to sell as much as possible. I don't care if they get broken garbage.
Yep,
No, that's yeah.
Make
Wow.
sure they get too scared to open the console.
I know.
Terrible way to run a company.
It is mad, and apparently the
Right.
owner and is like such an actual asshole when he's actually in. There's footage that for some reason the owner himself released of him basically walking around and harassing employees, and
Wait,
What the
really?
hell?
and one of the ex-employees basically came out and said that it was so bad to the point that this guy actually had to turn up to work drunk to actually be able to deal with the owner.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That is
Turn up to
horrible.
work drunk. Wait, what was in the video? If you
It is
have
literally
that?
just him just sitting there and harassing him just randomly. Like, he thinks
What, is
he's
he
being
saying, like-
funny, but he's just straight up being a dick. Like,
Wait,
it's
what
just
is
as
he-
simple as that.
Wow.
What's he like saying and doing? Is he like?
He's just taking the piss out of his workload and how he's got things to do and he's prioritizing things wrong and blah 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 blah.
Oh, so he did that for the quote unquote funny, but he's probably actually does
He's
stuff
just
like
he
that.
does that to everybody and nobody wants to
Yeah.
deal with him, and yeah, it's pretty fucked.
That's a lot of work you've got there. Why
Yeah.
did you do this one first?
Mm.
Your pay's been cut. uh, I'm not firing though. You're my prisoner. Oh yes.
I think another thing that came out was basically, even though they were actively telling people to not fully refurbish because they don't have the time, they would
Right.
make the employees put their initials on the work or like somewhere on the console to signify
What?
that it was them. And if
What?
something came back as faulty, they would then get blasted for it
What the
because
Yo,
hell?
because
how
they
come
they
you
have
did
the
refurbish?
initials to track who it was.
So they're like,
That is
you.
ridiculous.
How could you not refurbish this thing I told you not to refurbish?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, what the
pretty
hell?
much.
Well, I hope
Fuck.
something will be done then with them coming out.
I know it
What's
is.
saying anyway?
It's just progressively getting more and more insane.
You just
Mhm.
go to the office to do. We just go there for like an introspective like interview, and then he's just got a gun
Yeah,
pointed
I
at us.
fucking wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if he's got a gun pointed at all the staff there as well.
Yeah.
He's like, our company's great, and you've clearly seen this interview. It refurbishes, cocks a gun, and then we're like, oh yeah, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Oh,
that will be interesting to see
Yeah,
what
how it
where it
unfolds.
goes from here because I mean those are employees of like a couple years each that are working there and are coming out and it's like yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
That, yeah, that's so messed up.
Hmm.
Mm.
I think even if they did open a console because they heard or knew of an actual fault, they were also told to only fix that problem and ignore everything else and just immediately close it back up once that specific thing is done and then ship it off.
Mm. I mean, yeah, like you said, that's just what the hell they're doing.
I know.
That's not, yeah, yep, not your line, I guess.
Mm. Hopefully,
Hmm.
somebody comes along and shoots them down now, and they either
Yeah,
improve or fuck off.
exactly. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll have to keep seeing as the story
I
unfolds.
know. I will keep a constant tab on the DKOldies saga for us. We're gonna have a few hopefully recurring topics to keep going.
it
Just
really
as stuff
does.
keeps unfolding.
Yeah,
It really does
yeah,
get worse and worse from what we keep hearing. I
Let's
mean,
see.
it started off bad anyway, but then it just gets worse and worse for that company.
yeah,
Yep. Yes, it does.
yeah,
Okay, so moving on. This if we have some extra time, this will turn into a double topic. But one thing that I just found entertaining is the developers, the EA developers for the FIFA
Uh,
games,
oh.
somehow are under the impression that they're dominating the market currently, and
Ah,
that the next game will be the best online service game available.
really?
Yep,
Really?
that
really.
was said in an
That's
interview either yesterday or today.
that's a really, really bold claim. Let's see if they
Yeah,
can follow through.
Despite the fact that every single year they release the same game that somehow gets worse, and
yeah,
I just it sells still, which is what blows my mind. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
understand.
mm,
it sells because it's
same.
football.
I
Everyone loves.
know, just but if it's unplayable, surely at some point a couple of idiots are gonna say, "I don't want to buy the new one."
Yeah, I don't want to
Surely,
buy.
right?
Yeah,
Surely.
Maybe, yeah. Because like I
mm,
do get that like FIFA every year 22, 27 billion thousand is basically the same game as just football again. I don't know if I have much room to talk, given that I do enjoy Pokemon, which is a similar.
Yeah, GameStop
Hey,
do be kind of doing the same.
go catch all the Pokemon, beat the champion, beat all the gyms,
Ignore
and then
all the bugs.
go online and
yeah,
win against your friends on RNG, and then laugh at Kieran because he missed Hydro Pump twice.
Die. Die. Fall asleep for
well,
5 fucking
yeah,
full turns and never wake up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because I've never played. Well, I mean, I have played the earlier FIFA games, but never the later games, like the
Mm.
past 10 years.
Yeah.
So
I
I wouldn't
played.
know anything
No,
about it or
I've not played
whatever.
any of them in the last 10 years either, but you just every
I
time a
have.
new one comes out, you just see
Yeah,
them online and how broken and like just
yeah,
I will
like
say.
to the core. Just
I
the
will
core
say.
gameplay doesn't even work. How are they
This is
still making
it's
money?
horrible.
this.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's one of those things
It
where
is
it's
weird.
big company can release a game and people will buy it. I think that's
Mm.
Isn't that the same with Call of Duty? They just
Oh,
re-released
you know
the
what?
same game.
Yeah,
Similar
pretty
game.
much. Yeah.
You know what? Again, I'm making fun of COD and FIFA for doing it, but then again, like Fire Emblem, I play every Fire Emblem game.
Well, I guess they are kind of different.
I
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
I know.
they put
they are
effort
different,
into that.
but-
EA is just fucking
Yeah.
trying to milk the same broken piece of shit every single year over and over again, and it
True.
works. And
Half
now
of
they
Radiant-
somehow
for-
think they're gonna dominate the fucking online service.
Online. Yeah, I don't think so.
You both raise a good point. Awakening feels different from Three Houses, which feels different from Path of Radiance, which feels different from Thracia 776 for the Super Famicom.
Weeb.
Oi,
You know your
Kieran, you're the one that played like Love Live
No.
Real.
Incorrect. Charlie, we saw your wish list.
No.
And,
I've claimed that.
mm.
I've claimed that.
So I guess the second part of developers being out of touch and stupid.
Oh wait,
is-
actually,
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you, Kieran. I was gonna say quickly. It feels a bit mean to say this, but I really think that EA devs saying that do not know what they're talking about. They're blowing smoke up their own arse.
EA needs to just collapse as a company.
And I think it's a
Yeah.
bogus claim, and I think they're full of shit by
Bogus.
saying it's going to be the best live service game because there's like 20 that are just better
Yeah.
that I'll have to think of off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
I'm certain of it.
It's
But if they
EA
prove
as
me
a
wrong,
company needs to collapse. It's just a fact.
but if I get proven wrong and it is the best live service game, and it gets proven by like a scientist or something, then I'll back down and say, all right, I was
Bro,
wrong. for
tell me how
calling you
FIFA's gonna
live."
be more fun than fucking Mario Strikers, bro.
Yeah, true. Marriage
Yeah.
Strikers. And also, literally every online service game I've played, I've enjoyed more than I've ever enjoyed FIFA,
Yep.
including
Yeah.
the old
like
one.
that. It really be like that.
Exactly.
Even like games I rarely play, like Apex, I've enjoyed a lot more than FIFA, and that's a game I don't touch that much.
Yeah, I mean, even World of Warcraft would be better because you can walk around, talk to people.
Yeah, I would say, oh, if you want to play football, just play football in real life. But that's like saying, oh, you want to jump on a Goomba in real life.
Yeah,
You
I
know-
mean, the game was fun back in the day, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I guess it's for people who love soccer,
Oh,
so I wouldn't.
Mm,
I know it's not
Yeah,
been updated
wouldn't
for
know.
years. Is TF2 a live service game?
no.
Ah, fuck. What qualifies as a live service game?
Something that is constantly being updated. Most of the time, they are free to play games.
So like,
But they'll have a content. What's
like
the word?
like a
They'll
like
have
Genshin.
Oh, fuck. Yes. God, what is the
Or-
word?
I guess Splatoon would
They'll
count. then.
they'll
That-
always have roadmaps for the content updates,
Uh,
basically. Because
right.
that is them being a live service.
So would it be like a mobile game then?
Yeah,
Can you imagine
most
they log
mobile
on?
games are live services. Yeah, pretty much.
So
That means they'll have transactions and in-app purchases.
Yeah, basically.
Make
like
the game worse.
Fortnite. I'm trying to think of
Yeah, basically.
another. Would Splatoon 3 that still gets updated?
Yeah, it's not a live service game though, because it's a game you just purchase and then it gets updates. So
Okay, so it's more like, as you were saying, a free game that you buy.
mostly, yeah,
Right. Okay. Alright, so that's
in that
definition.
sense-
yeah.
In that sense, I guess. Yeah, I'd still pick like even Fortnite over FIFA personally. That sounds so cringe. I'm
Can't
trying to
believe I
think.
said that out loud.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess Dota 2 is free and gets updated. And
That is
I
a
think
live service game, yes.
then in that case,
Yeah.
100% every day Dota 2 I would pick over almost any other game.
Mm.
So yeah, there
That's
you go.
fair.
That'll be my pick.
Okay. Well,
Bruh.
funny that you mentioned the Pokemon and Pokemon Company earlier, because speaking of developers being completely out of touch and stupid, the Pokemon Company is currently hiring someone with vast knowledge of NFTs.
Oh
no.
no, please.
No, please, no.
I do not
No,
want
no,
to
no.
spend. I do not want to spend $20 million on a PNG of a shiny Infernape and go, "This is mine," and then just
Yeah.
Kieran right click, save
and
it,
then
and
save
then
it as, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, but
That's
Kieran, it's in the
horrible.
blockchain. It's in the blockchain. Buy my blockchain. Why
Bro.
aren't you giving me millions of
Yeah.
pounds?
How much do you want to bet they're going to be trying to push some new like mobile game where you can only have like you have to actually own a Pokemon on the blockchain for it to literally be your Pokemon and you build your
Die.
team
I just
and their
die.
NFTs
Yeah.
and it would be absolutely
either, right?
cringe.
I'd either just stick to the old
Yeah.
games or ROM hacks, or I'd just fucking be one of those
Yeah.
shithead that uses action replay and then just gives myself all the
Yeah.
Pokemon, gets banned, but
Yeah.
I got to play with all the Pokemon. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know the creator of Pokemon, he used to enjoy catching bugs, so that's I think what
Yes.
the whole Pokemon game is based on.
That's right.
Yeah, and the creator
Yeah,
he's gone from catching bugs to catching NFTs. No, I'm just
Bro,
kidding.
it sucks though because the more you think about it, the more they're probably actually going to do this because
I don't
people
think so.
Yeah.
people
No.
would actually have to trade NFTs as if they're trading
As the trading
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
and
I
they're
That's true.
they're absolutely going to do that.
You know
and
what,
that is
Kieran?
So
Yeah.
cringe.
Kieran, in that sense,
Yeah.
it'd be like the trading cards, but
But worse,
not.
it would be the trading
Yeah.
cards, but you don't even get a physical card, and you can't even physically
Yeah.
deal with people. And...
Yeah.
And I
Oh god,
can't,
imagine it's an NFT version of the TCG.
I would cry.
Oh my
because
God.
Oh god, that's even
$10,000
worse.
$10,000 Charizard, but not in your hand. So you can't walk into like a game. You can't you can't do
Well,
that
there's, like-
thing that the rich kids used to do and walk around in
Yeah.
school like, guys, look at my Charizard. Also,
Yeah.
I remember one time in primary school when I got a deck of. I mean, they're not rare cards, but I got a whole deck of Pokemon cards because I gave my friend a bit of my lunch. That was cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Because can you imagine, like, the legendary Pokemon will be something like there's only one NFT of it, and then people have to try battle
Oh
try to
my
grab it.
god!
I don't know.
Flav,
Oh,
Flav,
that'd be
insane.
so bad.
do you remember Poppy MMO that we played? There's
Yes.
a similar concept they've actually done
Oh
in
my,
that.
yeah, it
remember,
would.
where,
But
like,
you
Really?
actually have to pay money.
no.
Oh my good lord.
Do you
Oh my
remember,
God.
do you remember how in Pokemon someone caught like Mewtwo, and I think it's whoever beats them gets that Mewtwo?
Yes, only one person
Seriously?
can hold
Oh
a
my goodness.
legendary at a time, and anyone can challenge them at any point to try and steal it.
That is
Yeah.
But
that's
at
ridiculous.
least
Yeah.
that's a gameplay mechanic, and it's
Mm.
in game, and you don't
True.
have to
Yeah.
shell out a million
Yeah.
bajillion pounds just to have
Yeah.
a fucking NFT that means nothing.
Exactly.
Flav,
It's
do you
gonna be
remember?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Flav,
Yeah.
not trying to not exposing you, but do you remember when in Sword and Shield when we were doing that cool YouTube that thing that guy on YouTube found the exploit where you could get basically free shinies from the dens and stuff. That was cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm.
That was cool that you found it. And now Nintendo knows about it too. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Remember the YouTuber found it.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
genuinely though, I was so hoping that we were finally at the point where like NFTs and crypto was just dead. And then you have fucking
Yeah.
Square Enix coming out like, no, we're doubling down on NFTs. And you have
Yeah.
fucking Pokemon Company being like, hey, we want someone with experience for NFTs.
You know
Like,
what?
let it
Yeah.
die
Usually-
already.
yeah. With
There's
Square
part of
Enix.
me-
Sorry, with Square Enix, I can't believe that they sold all their Western companies just to have enough money.
Just to buy an
to
Yeah,
buy
I know.
NFT. Yeah,
I know, right?
I mean,
Just to set up
ridiculous.
an NFT business.
Do you
Good
remember
lord, what is
Kiwami?
wrong with you?
Do you remember
Yeah.
remember when we got excited about
About the
Castlevania
Castlevania collection?
Yeah.
I fucking
NFT.
remember that. Yes, of course I
And
did.
it's Castlevania NFTs.
Like, no,
What about
so much
Guys,
fun.
here's an NFT whip of 8-bit Simon Belmont swinging his whip.
Yeah, there's a GIF. Yeah,
That's so cool. That's my life is complete.
yeah. Like half of me
Mm.
is like, because I don't personally involve myself in NFTs, I think they're cringe. But then there's
Yep.
another half of me, like, you know, if someone else wants to get involved, it's fine. It's not cringe. However, the fucking NFTs I see of like Ultra Ego Vegeta as an NFT monkey,
Yeah.
die. Sorry, that's
Die.
mean. Don't
No,
die.
no,
but
die.
Yeah,
No,
delete this, delete
double,
this.
double down, die.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
agreed.
Fucking Sonic Monkey NFT. I'm gonna delete it.
Mm,
I'll buy it and then delete it. There you go. That's fair.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree. NFTs disappear.
Mm,
But no, it's
if
like
only.
here's where we find out that Flav used PK Hex to give himself all of the shiny Pokemon, including all the legendaries.
Based?
I mean,
Based.
Wait, what? I didn't do that.
No, I
Rox,
know,
this
I'm
is
making
this
a
is
joke,
slander.
I'm
Just sue him.
Yeah,
Get a
exactly.
lawyer.
We can have
Um,
Get a
then-
lawyer.
we can have an attorney online trial where I get accused of slander.
Sure.
Yeah, of
Sure.
course.
I'll play.
Exactly.
I'll play Apollo, and then you can have Von Karma, and then Flav, you
And then
can
I'll
be
make
whoever.
you cry.
Yeah. Flav, you can be the judge, which is really funny since you're suing me.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Based bias judge. Trial
yeah.
starts. Court is now in session for the trial of Charlie. You're guilty.
Oh, you're guilty, right
And then the
away.
door
Let's
is
go
shut.
home.
Take him away.
Yeah,
And
take him
celebratory
away.
music, everyone's
Take him to
cheering.
jail. Yeah,
Objection!
Exactly.
Easiest defense job, easiest prosecutor
yeah,
job in my life.
yeah.
Like
And
that
the judge-
fucking, like that WoW guy we met when we went on that pub server, who was like,
No
"Wait,
comment.
Yeah.
guys, I know I'm about to lose the case, but here's my second character." And I was like, "What?" It's like, "It's my missing texture. I mean, a witness. I'm the witness. The other guy did it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't talk about that guy.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't mention it.
anyways, I think that's a good point to stop for week 2. So, thanks to everyone for listening in for a second time. We'll be back
Oh.
next week with another list of topics, and yeah.
Let's get Arrow on the show.
I don't know. That our person's kind of I don't know.